Yes.
I'll start it.
Assalamu alaikum. Dear friends, you know that we have with us our the most prominent figure with us. Uh, his experience is a light for everyone, whether it is for the youth, for the climber, for the everyday life. How we can achieve our goals and targets in a very difficult situations. Setting the goals in your life is very common, but in our society like Pakistan, most of the people don't like to have their goals, and very few have their goals that were not so high, and very few people they have very high goals and they work hard for them and they achieve them. So Mr. Nirmal Purja and his team is with us, and they have achieved such a remarkable goal which is dreamed by so many mountaineers but could not. So we will be talking about it with him, and we will like to learn from him how we can achieve the goals in our life by relating the experience of impossible appearing target of climbing K-2 in winter in a team of 10 people top at once. So welcome, sir. First of all, I congratulate you once again. We have been observing your discussion and talk, and you always talk about the teamwork and how you can achieve the as a team a very difficult goal. So would you like to share your experience so that our youth can also learn from your experience?
Of course, there's a very small example that I was taught when I was a kid. If you have one stick, if you want to break it, it will break. If you gather a stick of 10 and try to break, it won't break. That's a strength, you can get it. And that's a simple example. The teamwork is always important in any field. And if you look into any of the, and if you have got some, let's say, aspiration to be, to be the richest guy, even the Bill Gates, it's not only him. That's his vision, but he has a team. Any best football team in the world, you name it, it's a teamwork. Therefore, it's a given message. Without team, without great leadership and team effort, nothing is impossible.
But at the same time, mountaineering is a risk job. It is a very challenging and difficult as compared to any other task in the life or any other goals. But you need resources, a lot of resources. You need professional skills. You need knowledge. You need experience, higher level of fitness, and above all the natural circumstances and the terrain and the avalanche risk and the crevasses and the wind and the extreme weather. So many things are on your way in difficulties. How you all the these challenges you overcome and managed it from very beginning, from the resource mobilization to the top?
Biggest thing is in life, first of all, you got to love what you do. Okay, let's say for example, if I have no interest in cricket and somebody's asking me to play cricket, I won't be good. Let's say somebody's asking me to be a geek or scientist, but if I don't have interest in inventing new things, I can't do it. So the biggest thing here is you got to love what you do. Okay, that's one thing. You need to have a passion for it, and once you have that, passion is not only enough. Then you got to work hard. There is 8 billion people in the world. If you want to be number one, you got to work harder than 8 billion people. So that's a simple message.
Okay. How you manage these all resources? It needs a lot of money, because our fellow or friends we think that we cannot manage these resources, so we don't have such a goal.
No, biggest thing, I also look at me. I grew up in a very poor family. I didn't have a flip-flop before. No slippers like you all, and nothing. But then if you always say that I don't have this, I don't have that, then it's not gonna happen. Sometimes you just have to work hard, and if you really work hard for it and if you really want it, you can make it. And look, from a small poor boy born in the village to joining the British Army, then in Special Forces, now giving everything back now, and I only started climbing when I was 30 years old. And from there to now, where I am today, I'm sorry, but I have to say, Red Bull had put me as a #1 mountaineer in the world. And now K-2 International with the team and all, it's never too late to start anything new. You cannot always say like, oh, I don't have money, because last year when I climbed 14 peaks in 6 months, that was everybody laughed at me. Nobody believed in. I had no support. I had to stay in my house and all. And then this is how I feel. You know, the success doesn't come easily. You know, you have to work hard for it. So, and then anything is possible. You have to
mean that you must have a passion for that.
Yeah.
You must love your goal and
Sports,
target,
exactly.
and resources will automatically
Automatically come. You got to earn first.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, nobody
And
gonna
how-
come and say, "Oh, this
how-
is money." Go.
Yeah. And how in the the factor of nature, the risk and the life putting into the an extreme weather, how you can manage that all that?
Nature has always bigger thing to say. You got to be humble with the nature. But also it all depends on your ability. The risk is there, but the risk is not like one size fits all. Okay, if I have to fly a plane, then that's a very high risk. If pilot is flying that plane, it's a low risk.
Yeah.
And exactly given those examples, everybody has got their own talent. Everybody has got their own kind of like how I say the inner kind of strength. As long as you focus on that and you keep 100% to it with a positive mindset, you'll be successful.
Young people like Pakistan, particularly our athletes who usually complain about that they don't have much resources, infrastructure, or money, or technical and professional knowledge and skills like that. What do you say about them? What message you give them for for their improvement?
I think probably many people won't believe it. On my first expedition, a couple of them, I always see each hike. Sometimes you wait for like 3-4 hours before you get free bus or free ride. I never had like all full good equipment, and I went for the most cheapest one. But that's me. I wanted to work for it. You need to improve yourself, and unless you're at a certain level, and unless people see that what you have done, unless people see that you are working hard to make that happen, nobody gonna come and just say, hey, there's a 1 million rupees or pound, you go and do that. Nobody gonna do that. You need to earn first.
So you achieved 8,000 meter target. You achieved the K-2 winter. Do you have any new target in Pakistan?
There's always bigger goal. We're human.
Yeah.
Before, people used to stay here and they used to just look at the moon. Then somebody went in the moon. Now people started thinking of going in Mars. In few years, people might start thinking of going in Jupiter and all that. So it's only limited by your imagination.
So, if you like to give some message to our youth, Pakistani youth who wants to be excel in mountaineering.
Okay. For all those younger friends who are watching this, Assalamu alaikum. The biggest thing is, do not let anybody tell you that you are impossible, because no one is you. Even your mom, your dad is not you. Only you know what you can do. As long as you believe in yourself, and as long as you work hard, and as long as you have that positive mindset, you will be successful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
very
Pleasure.
much.
Good.
Thank you.
Excellent.